It seems like everyone's trying to be so hard to be perfect these days, but the pursuit of perfection can be a dangerous obsession that can lead to burnout and depression.
Thomas Curran is a professor at the London School of Economics. He has a new book that explores what drives us. It's called The Perfection Trap, Embracing the Power of Good Enough. And Thomas joins us now. Good morning.
Good morning, Dan and Robin. Lovely to be with you.
Thank you for being with us. You know, I kind of always assumed that this was an American phenomenon because it's, we always hear Americans are just work, 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 work. Not so.
No, not at all. No, this is something that affects a lot of people, not just in the US, but the UK and Canada too. Our data shows that perfectionism is on the rise in all those countries.
Well, and I feel like perfectionism is a word that's maybe thrown around pretty loosely. How do you distinguish perfectionism from simply having high standards?
So high standards are great. Conscientiousness are great. Being meticulous is great. These are very active, optimistic forms of striving that come from wanting to do more, wanting to be better. But perfectionism isn't those things. It comes from a place of lack, a place of deficit, of trying to overcompensate for our imperfections. And that's why it can be so problematic, because we're trying to all the time hide and disguise our frailties from the world or our vulnerabilities from the world. And that can create a lot of mental health difficulties and can also block our performance. How
much of this is tied to social media and young people suffering from a lot of anxiety from comparing themselves to other people? Does this predate social media?
Well, it's really interesting because the data we've collected seems to show that perfectionism rises very sharply in about 2007, which was when Apple released their iPhone. And there's an incidental correlation, I think, that we can't really ignore. That it's likely when those platforms, social media platforms, were basically projected into our lives 24/7, we start to see perfectionism really ramp up. And I don't think that's any surprise. There's a lot of perfection in social media, perfect lives and lifestyles, and we kind of mimic those lifestyles and try to curate those perfect lives ourselves.
And what advice do you give to overcoming people who, suffer from perfectionism?
There's a few things I would say, but the first is that it's important to make sure that you don't have to be perfect at everything. You don't have to be world champion at everything. If it brings you joy and purpose, it's really important to just put yourself out there, be brave, and show yourself to the world. And when you do that, you're going to encounter setbacks and you're going to encounter difficulties. So always remember to be kind to yourself too. That harsh inner critic can really get in the way. So make sure you tell yourself it's okay. Nobody's perfect. Or could ever be made perfect, and good enough is good enough.
Aren't the schools kind of feeding into this? I mean, it's this. I noticed it with my kids. It's like, it's not good enough just to have an average B or C student anymore. And these college applications, you have to be solving world problems to write it on an essay to get into a certain school. I mean, where does it stop?
Yeah, I think this is the one area where the US definitely outperforms the rest of the world in educational expectation and competition to get into these elite colleges. This is a big part of it, and young people are under a lot of pressure to perform a lot of standardized tests. It's really tough, and I think you've got to, as parents and educators, we've got to really wrestle with that and try to take as much of that pressure off as we can and be very consistent in our praise. If kids have done well, great. But if they haven't done so well, treat them the same. That consistency of approval and praise is so important, to tell them that, setbacks, failures, not having the perfect A grade is not the end of the world. And the important thing is that we learn and grow.
Are you telling us it's easier to get into the colleges in the UK?
well, it's getting tougher, but college admission is a big problem at the moment. I do think we need to expand places massively, but until we do that, it's going to be really competitive. So we've got to try as hard as we can to take that pressure off.
Yeah. Well, for more, you can check out Thomas Curran's website or follow him on social media. The book is called The Perfection Trap. Thanks so much, Thomas.
Thank you, Thomas.
Thanks for having me.